Yes guys, welcome back to another episode of the Ironman Project. Now in today's video I'm going to be running my first half marathon of this preparation, and I want to be showing you guys exactly how I've prepared for that and some tips along the way of how I typically manage my long runs physically and mentally. So in my last video where I spoke about fitting in Ironman training around life, I spoke about preparation, and for my long runs there comes a lot of that. So the first step to me planning my long run is actually putting that in my diary. So I know that this long run has been coming all week, which means I've been able to prepare for it in terms of everything I'm setting up to do the run, and also be able to visualize the run that I'm going to do, so I know exactly how I want to perform over these next couple of hours. So the first thing I've done is set a route on my Garmin watch. Now if you didn't know you can do this, all you have to do is go into activities, and I'll put up a little screen recording now of exactly how you can do that, but you can set exactly how far you want to go, in which direction you want to go in, and then the route will be uploaded for you. You can change this around, or you can just upload it onto your watch and then click start, select those routes from your run program, and then follow along as you go. Secondly, the performance of my run is going to be hugely impacted by my pre-workout nutrition and my intra-workout nutrition. So what I've done with my nutrition this morning is, because I've not got a huge amount of time for my body to actually digest a good meal like a bowl of porridge or something like that, is I've just had a banana and then a tablet of electrolytes to make sure I've got enough carbs to get me going for this first 30 to 45 minutes, and then a tab of electrolytes to keep me hydrated before I get into my hydration pack, which is here. So I use the Innovate Light Pack. Now this holds 2 liters of water or whatever you have in the back, and then you've got enough space in these front pockets for 2 500 mils of the squeezy bottles. Now I don't actually have these because this isn't going to be a huge run today, but in this 2 liters of water here I've actually got a scoop of Applied Nutrition carbohydrate and electrolyte energy powder. So for every scoop of this is about 50 grams of carbs, and then in terms of the electrolytes, you've got a nice mix of sodium, calcium, potassium and magnesium for keeping you hydrated. Because one of the mistakes I've made in one of my previous triathlons like 3 or 4 years ago is I was running in hot weather, I was drinking loads of water and I was still cramping up loads, and I didn't realize that because it was hot, because I was exercising vigorously, I was actually losing so much salt through my sweat, so all this water wasn't actually getting absorbed in my body, hence the cramps. So when I got back to one of the aid stations, one of the persons said, have these electrolyte tablets, eat this banana, drink this water, and then 15-20 minutes later I was feeling much better and actually able to finish the race. Now, in the front of that pack I'll be putting in 2 of these. So these are Applied Nutrition again, and these are isotonic gels, tropical flavour, and for each one I've got 23 grams of carbohydrates. So as I mentioned in previous video before, when you're doing endurance sports, the first hour you don't really need anything, but after that first hour you generally want to have 60 to 70 grams of carbohydrates per hour. So I'll have one of these at about the hour to 1 hour and 15 mark, and another one about 20 to 30 minutes later, depending how I feel on this run. And in terms of what I actually run in, starting with these trainers, I wear the Brooks Glycerin 2.0. So I actually went to a shop to get my gait analysis complete, and we tried on a few pairs and I ended with these pairs. These have got a bit of a drop, but not too drastic, and a nice cushion on the bottom, and compared to the trainers I was running before, these feel like an absolute dream. And then for all you bigger runners out there, I definitely recommend these shorts, which are Gymshark shorts. They're the 5-inch, I don't like dynamic shorts or something, I'll put a picture up here, and they've got a lycra short built in, so if you are someone with slightly bigger legs, you like me to chafe, then these are an absolute dream. And then this is also something I mentioned in one of my last videos as well, which is the Hube Lube, and this is basically just like an anti-chafe lube, and it's really good if you're putting wetsuits on and off, and also if you're someone who's likely to chafe a little bit more as well. What I like about this pack is that it's not too big, so it actually fits quite snug, as you can see, so you don't have loads of weight to lug around when you are doing the longer run. You've also got enough space for a couple of gels, your squidgy packs, and I've got an iPhone Plus which fits in here quite nicely. Now unfortunately it's not sunny today because I've just got a new pair of shades that I would absolutely love to wear, but I just can't justify wearing them when it's grey and cloudy outside. But hopefully we'll get a chance to put them on soon. And the last thing I'll be taking with me are these little earpods. Now, I don't typically listen to music whilst I'm running, but this is a slightly longer run and there's an audiobook that I'm listening to right now which I'm really into, so I'll probably be tuning into that at some point. But I typically just like to listen to my breath, really get in the zone, take in some of the nature whilst I'm running. And obviously when you're doing an event like an Ironman, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to listen to music, so I may as well train without that. But there are times where it just helps obviously increase the mood, get the training done, and get through it really. So I will be taking these for additional measures. We've got a visitor. Say hello! Can't take you on a run, unfortunately. Just had his breakfast. Actually, the very last thing I'll be taking with me is this. If you know, you know. Hopefully you won't need it.
Yeah.
Right then. So just about to hit 5 miles on the watch now. And I'm just about set into a stride. I'm hitting about 9 minutes per mile average, which I think in kilometers per mile is about 5:45-ish. And one of the key things I'm focusing on in today's run is stride and breath, and just really trying to be in the zone, hence no earphones. And one of the hardest things I find about running, and I feel like a lot of runners may resonate with this, is actually having a discipline to slow down and stick to a pace even when you know you could do more or go faster than that. So one thing I'm really trying to do today is just put the ego aside. This is a training run. I'm not going for any PBs. I'm going to leave that for race day, but everything else stays the same as it would as if I was preparing for a race. So the nutrition strategy, the visualization, the preparation, everything stays the same, but the pace is what I'm disciplined with and keep slow so I can continue to build and not time myself out going for erroneous PBs. Okay, I've just gone past mile 8 and this is kind of where I anticipated my legs would start to hurt because I've not done much volume past this distance before, but so far they're feeling good, touch wood. So hopefully the next 5 miles shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. I have already had one of my gels. I've been sipping slowly on the carb and electrolyte solution, so I'm feeling good in that sense. I've got one more gel which I'll have in about 2 miles time. Feeling good. So 10 miles in now. Last mile was at 8:40, which actually felt perfectly comfortable as well. Having the last gel now for the last 5k, and I'll check in with you very soon. But we're feeling good, feeling much better than anticipated, so that's a positive. There we go, 13.11, average pace of 8:52, a total time of 1:56. Very happy with that. 2 or sub 2 was the goal. Boom. So average heart rate was at 1:52 with a max of 1:71, which must have been up the hill, but 1:52 I'm very happy with. As I mentioned at the start, the key was just discipline, focusing on strides, sticking to low zone 3, high zone 2. We just about managed to smash that out. Alright, I won't lie, I've been pretty tired all day now after that run, and that's actually something I want to touch on because I want to be completely transparent with you guys, but also share a bit of an insight into like training volume, because it's not always how you feel whilst you're doing something. In preparation for a big event like this, it's very much the case of how your body recovers after the actual training session itself. Because if I felt okay doing half a marathon, but then it took me 4 days to recover, then I know that that half marathon probably isn't a sustainable distance for me to train with in a build up for this Ironman, because it's going to take me longer to recover, and those 4 days of recovery time are then going to affect the subsequent sessions I could have been doing but now may have to do at a very subpar level. Now hopefully, touch wood, that's not the case, and I'm hoping that just a couple of factors with a slightly lesser sleep last night due to the baby being awake and things like that are just contributing to more tiredness today, and hopefully after a good sleep tonight and obviously more fuel in over the next 24 hours I should be able to recover quite nicely, because as I mentioned in a half marathon itself, I was actually feeling pretty good, because there's times in the past where I've run a half marathon and I felt much worse in the hours straight after, whereas today I've actually felt okay, just a little bit of tiredness. So hopefully after a good sleep I'll be good tomorrow. And one of the reasons I wanted to do that run today was because obviously training volume has been building up, but this week that we're about to go into now, which I'll dive into in a second, is more of a deload week before the 20-week program starts. So this weekend marks 21 weeks out, and then next weekend will be 20 weeks out from the event, which is when I start the official 20-week program. So now I have a week of playtime, essentially, I'm going to call it, because it's a bit of a deload. I will be doing some testing sessions on the Thursday, Friday and Saturday, so stay tuned for that, but I'm really looking forward to diving into that. And I just wanted to push myself this weekend to kind of see where I'm at and almost just dive into uncharted territory. So I've only ran up to 10 miles into preparation so far, so that extra 3 miles on top for me, I just wanted to see where my body was at, where my mind was at, and see how I would react to that kind of training. And I think one of the biggest things for me as well is also building confidence in my own ability as I'm about to go into this 20-week program, because there's some big numbers to hit on this program, and I just want to know that I'm at a good place before I start. So if I didn't do that run today, I would have just had that question in my mind of, can you actually do this? Are you going to be able to hit these numbers? And all of these doubts. Whereas now I have the confidence because I've built the evidence, just as I was mentioning in one of my previous videos, and I'm good to go into this program knowing that I can hit a good amount of these sessions in the first couple of months. Now, as I mentioned, we are 21 weeks out currently, so we are here on the 11th of February, and the following week now is just a week of fairly easy work and deload work, but then I'm also going to go into a couple of time trials and FTP testing later on in the weeks. Yes guys, so I'm going to wrap up the video here. I have just been editing and I've realised there's a horrible hum in some of the clips there, so apologies for that, and I'm pretty sure it's down to the light that I had connected, so hopefully this video now won't have that hum sound, and no future videos will have that hum sound either. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the videos and subscribing if you are subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you do press that subscribe button for more videos. I'm really trying to grow the channel this year and inspire others. I've already had comments on some of my videos how people are just getting into running and adding more endurance to their training, which is absolutely amazing, and that is the whole point of this channel, to help you guys as viewers, to help inspire people, and to help hopefully provide value that you can make life-changing results in your training and your physical endeavors as well. So I'm always actively trying to grow. I'm actually going to Cape Town in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to try and film a load of content whilst I'm out there for you guys as well. So again, make sure you subscribe. If you've got any ideas for videos and anything that you want to see in the future, make sure you leave a comment and even share it with a friend if you find it valuable. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, take care.